This is the 2026 Honda HR-V EXL. It's best described as being affordable, fun, and practical. Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. We're at Holmes Honda to go over this refreshed 2026 HR-V and tell you all about it. If you want to know more about this particular model, check out the link in the description of the video. It has a black interior and a modern steel metallic exterior color. You'll find LED headlights and LED daytime running lights. Now, there are no LED fog lights. So if that's something you're looking for, you're going to have to check another Honda model out, because that is not something that you will find here. We do have a little bit of gloss black on the front end here with this area right here. That is an active air curtain, by the way. And we'll have more gloss all the way across here and with our upper grille. Sensors in quite a few different places. That tells you there's a lot of great features to help out as far as your driving aids go. Honda Sensing is standard across all trim levels, which includes adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation braking, road departure mitigation, lane keeping assist, and traffic jam assist. You can get an HR-V in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, and for 2026, we're looking at 18-inch wheels. You will find the gloss surround on the fenders. And as far as your side view mirrors go, turn signal indicators are built in. They're heated and power adjustable with blind spot monitoring. The only thing missing is that they are manually folding as opposed to being power folding. You do have a remote with the walk-away feature, the proximity key. It has lock, unlock, remote start. You hit your panic button right there if you need to. And this model comes with a sunroof. You will also find a little bit darker tinted glass on the rear windows. And we'll finish things off here with the shark fin antenna, our rear roof spoiler. When you need it, there's your rear window wiper and LED tail lights to finish things out. Combination back here with a little gloss black on the bumper area and a silver finish beneath that. There is one engine option available across all trim levels for the HR-V. It's the 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. It puts out 158 horsepower, 138 pounds-feet of torque, and is mated to a CVT. Now, being that that's not a massively powerful motor, what will that do for your MPGs? We're looking at 26 city, 32 highway, 28 combined, and 3.6 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. Your gas tank size comes in at 14 gallons. To gain access to your cargo space, you're going to open the tailgate back here. It's not power, but once you open it, the dampening takes over and makes it very easy for it to finish the job on its own. You're looking at 24.4 to 55.1 cubic feet. However, I know a lot of you like to know those measurements in inches. As far as the measurements in inches go, we're looking at 29 inches of height within the area right here where you'll close the door. Now, when you get into the interior, you're going to be looking at 32 inches, so you'll gain a couple of inches there. The width is 41 inches, the depth is 34 inches, and the depth with the rear seats folded flat, as you see right here, is 66 inches. Now, that will vary a little bit depending on where the front seats are set. You will find a 12-volt power outlet right here and some cargo area lighting within this area to help you out after dark. And one more thing I know a lot of you like to know about, there it is, a spare tire. And we'll take a look at the leather trimmed interior. Plenty of room with the armrest. You have a bottle holder right there that can also be used as a door bin. The rear seat backs do not recline or are not adjustable for more recline than they already have built into them, but there is a little bit built in. But as far as adjusting that goes, there's only one place you can put that. We will also find a rear seat pocket on the back of the passenger seat, and other than that, not a whole lot to talk about back here. No air conditioning vents and no USB connectivity, but you will find a reasonable amount of room for this size of SUV. We will also find a conventional size sunroof that will tilt and slide open. The front seat, driver and passenger, will find larger armrest and door bins. The driver's seat is power adjustable. The passenger seat is manually adjustable. Something I do like here is the fact that you have the small pass-through right there. Nice little area for concealing or storing whatever you need to as far as that is concerned. And we'll find our glove box right here. Plenty of room for storing small items throughout the interior. One thing that is going to be different from the driver to the passenger side is the fact that you have a USB port, as you can see right there, only on the driver's side, not over here on the passenger side. Kind of an interesting thing to see. Not sure why that was done that way. However, you make up for that with the presence of USB ports right here above the now standard across all trim levels wireless charging pad. And how about the sticker price? $31,445. Let's see what else you get for that price. Your controls for your side view mirrors. You can lock and unlock your doors. You can lock and unlock all 4 windows right there. You can also control the windows here. Now you'll notice it says auto on those front switches for your windows. That means it's 1 touch down and 1 touch up. However, you'll have to hold that button down for the rear windows to lower them and raise them back up. Traction control located right there. If you want to turn that off or back on, we'll find the control right here, or should I say the release, for adjusting the tilt and telescopically adjustable leather-wrapped steering wheel. And here is the driver's display. Very nice, very easy to work with. You can go through a lot of different information on settings depending on what you want to do. All I'm doing is scrolling through with the wheel right there, the scroll wheel. And then if I need to go in and select something, I push on that, and then I can go in and get whatever information I need. But a very nice setup here. Everything for your adaptive cruise control right here. Your headlights can be set to auto. Whatever you want to do with that, you can turn it on, turn them off, whatever you'd like to do. You'll control your front and rear window wipers right here on the right-hand side of the steering wheel with this selector. And another change for 2026. Across all trim levels now, you have this 9-inch touchscreen. A little bit of a different look, a little more minimalized than what we've seen in the past. Also, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto will be standard across all trim levels in addition to this 9-inch screen. You'll still have your multi-view rear view camera. You can see right there, you've got your 3 different views with the bright trajectory lines. We will also have our upper console. Here's where you're going to open and close your power sunroof. I'll show you a little bit more of what is here. And the shifter. Conventional style shifter, no push button shifter. The S right there is for sport mode, and then you have L for low. If you're in a low traction situation, you can pull it all the way back to that L right there. And that means you have all of your horsepower and torque available, but it stays in low gear. And your drive mode selector, not a whole lot to show there, but we have normal, econ, and snow, and you already know about sport mode and how to access that. Here's your hill start assist, power parking brake, and brake hold mode. Not the largest center console I've ever seen, but you know what? It actually has a little more space than you might expect as far as the depth goes. Overall, a very comfortable interior, comfortable seating as far as this leather trimmed interior goes. And here on the EXL trim level, you will find illuminated footwells here in the front seat area. Also dynamic illumination. That's what appears to be white surround around your air conditioning controls right here. You have dual zone climate control, heated seats. Where's my ventilated seats? That would be nice to have. I'd be willing to pay a little extra money for that, for those of us living in a hot climate like we do in Northwest Louisiana. There are 8 speakers throughout the interior of this HR-V, and here's a quick sampling of how the audio sounds. I hope that did a good job. It actually sounds very good. I don't know how well my mic picks it up compared to what I'm actually hearing in person. If you hear it in person, you might be surprised. All right, here we go on the test drive, and we'll do the sound check over the railroad tracks. Didn't hear a lot. Did feel a little bit of that, but not too bad. And I'll let you listen to the engine for a few seconds. Between the engine and the road noise that you're hearing, I don't know if you could hear the engine very well, but keep in mind, I do have it as quiet as I possibly can in here for the test drive, between not having the fan speed up on the air conditioning and nobody to talk to, and also the radio is turned off. One way or another, having a better day than that person probably is, because that Jeep was likely just repossessed. But one way or another, you get a little bit of noise here, but I don't think it's too bad. Everybody needs to drive these vehicles for themselves to make their decision on what they think is acceptable. Easy to learn and use technology if you're looking for more of a minimalistic center screen. Not so much going on there. This is actually a very good option no matter the trim level you go with, because they're all identical now for 2026 and probably the next couple of years beyond this. We'll have to wait and see. The ride quality is pretty good, I think, for an SUV of this size with a shorter wheelbase. Sometimes you'll get a more choppy ride than you do here. And the seats themselves are pretty comfortable. Now I'm going to go into sport mode and see what the difference is on acceleration. I'd say it's acceptable, maybe a little bit above acceptable. It's not meant to be a hot rod. With 158 horsepower, I'd hope no one's expecting that and is surprised that it's not the fastest thing on the road, but you know what? It gets the job done. Easy to see out of, I like that. When it comes to the future with the HR-V, I would love to see Honda add more camera views, a little more horsepower, things such as that. But overall, for the price point of what you're buying here, you do get quite a bit for the money, in my opinion, in this day and age. Believe it or not, I read a statistic recently that said the average cost of a new vehicle in the United States of America is now $48,000. That's a lot. Obviously, you're under that where this is concerned. So if you're looking for something that's reasonably priced, it's not going to cost you a lot at the gas pump, it's definitely something that you should consider. And there it is, the 2026 Honda HR-V EXL. Affordable, fun, and practical. Definitely something to consider if you're looking for a subcompact SUV. Tell me what you think about this HR-V and the changes that have been made for 2026. I'd like to say a special thanks to my friends at Holmes Honda for loaning me this HR-V for the day so I could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give me the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button. That's very helpful to me. Make sure to subscribe and share this video. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles you may wish to consider purchasing, check out the video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you there.